Hey, Leo Seekers. Welcome to Aquarius season, to February, to the full moon on February 16th. A culmination of something, Six of Pentacles. It will have a tangible substance to it. Real value. You'll be receiving something. As the world around you might seem to be crumbling. Not you. You've been preparing for this. You've been watching like a quiet lion napping in the meadow with their eye open. Observing. Guessing every next step, every next evolvement. So now you're ready. You are ready to invest, or you are ready to have someone invest in you, or you are ready to make the transaction, the agreement. Execute the agreement. Sign the dotted line. Let them sign it. This is your time, baby. You know it. You've been so quiet and so patient throughout this chaos. All this entropy has inspired you, hasn't it, Leo? Showed you exactly where everyone and everything stands, and now you know who to work with, who to not, what to say, what to not. The Magician. Wasn't this fitting? You have a plan, Leo? Go for it. Do it. Your ideas are brilliant. You have the talent. You have the skill. You are the Magician. You can manifest this. Opportunity will come and you will strike. Seven of Swords. You're going to have to be clever about this. You know the steps you ought to take. You know how to measure them. You know how to measure what to say to who. You know you need to be cautious with who you trust. Not because there's too much drama, but because people and their jealousy and their spite and their theft. You tell them your idea and they go make it their own. If you're busy making it perfect, they'll go ahead with it, making it mediocre as long as they beat you to it. Don't give them that. 8 of Wands. Time to act fast. Time to execute. Time to not tell people that you don't trust. Even people that you want to trust. Wanting to trust someone and trusting someone are two very different things. And that gets us into a lot of trouble, doesn't it? You need to be aware and ready to take the opportunity when it comes to you and not miss it. This is an opportunity that if you miss it, someone else will snatch it. And it will be gone. They'll do it behind your back, underneath your nose, while you're asleep. Don't let it happen. Be ahead of them. You smell it, be ahead of them. Or again, don't even let them be around. Protect this really great thing that you're working on or that you plan. Writing a unique play, don't just tell people about the unique idea because you want to share and you're generous and you're lively, and tell that one specific person that is a potential investor after you already copyrighted it, right? I am uber protective over my creations, like crazy. I express that I'm semi-protective. I express like a little bit flaky about it, but behind the scenes, I'm a beast. I prep the ground to every scenario. And if something happens, I'm ready. I'm ready to strike. I have all the tools. I have all the protection. That's what I do. Because my mind is working non-stop on creative ideas, and I come up with things that other people don't come up with. And this is a competitive world. And people are cowardice, and they will steal. And they will tell themselves that they're not stealing. They will tell themselves that, oh, they were thinking about that, or it's just a variation of something that they wanted to do. They can lie to themselves as much as they want. If you're protected, if you have your shit covered, like me, learn from me, no one can do anything to you or to your thing. No one can take anything from you. No one can take anything from me. If they try, I'll hunt them down. And they'll be done. I'll do it publicly. 5 of Wands. Sometimes competition is healthy. Sometimes competition is fun, especially with someone so as talented as you. But I'm picking up that you're the magician here, and the rest is 5 of Wands. If you go with the advice that I just said, if you're as talented and as creative as it seems, and honest, not dishonest, this is not for those of you who are one of these guys trying to take something from this magician, right? No, those of you should turn this reading around and know to be cautious and not exercise anything funky. Because whoever this magician is, they know their shit. The magician isn't busy showing people that they know. They present themselves humbly, in simplicity. They don't have the need to be like, look at me, I'm a magician and I know this and I did this. But behind the scenes, they move worlds. Okay? So really, if you're on the other side of it, for just a few of you, then see it as a word, as a cautionary advice, right? However, for those of you who are this magician, I like what you're doing. I like your style. 3 of Wands. You know the direction. You're not even entertaining yourself with petty competition. It's not even. You have a vision, you have a direction. You know what is yours, what is inherently yours, that cannot be taken from you. And that is important. the manifestation here is crazy. Like, some of you are tapping into manifestation abilities that are so quick, so fast. You want it, you got it. You create it, you manifest it, you evoke it. Sometimes you know when you need to take steps towards it. Sometimes you know when to stand and wait for the ships to come to you. Show me more, please, for Leos. Knight of Cups. Who's that? Who is this cutie? So there's this romantic, sweet encounter. A person. Very humble, very kind. They give a very warm feeling, like being around them. It's like warm, breezy day, even if it's really cold outside. Like vegan hot chocolate with cinnamon. That's how this person makes me feel. Show us more for Leo, please. Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely a gesture here, an approach. I'm feeling so much respect and gentleness coming from this Knight of Cups towards this Queen of Pentacles. Like incredible, I'm almost feeling reverence. Like they want to make sure that whatever they say, whatever they do, that this queen feels seen, acknowledged, safe, happy. There's just so much attention and care. I'm picking up like on a real gentleman, like a very old school in a good way, right? Very chivalrous. I'm picking up on chivalry. They open the door for you because they want to, not because you can't. No one in this world thinks for a second that you can't open your own door. No one. It's not why they do it. If he opens the door for you, it's not because maybe she doesn't know how to open a door. Maybe she's too weak. Maybe she needs me to save her with this door. No. No. You're just being sweet. Okay? Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I see things kind of intertwine, like this manifestation and this creative work or endeavor alongside this some very romantic, or at the very least very warm sentiment of deep friendship or real respect. Like there's something so it's really hard to differentiate between the friendship and the romance here, which I think it's ideal for romance, you know, when the friendship is so deep, but there's also romantic feelings when you're not sure, wait, is this my lover or my best friend, you know? So this is happening simultaneous, and then this Page of Pentacles almost bring like attention to detail, like the idea, okay, The idea is set, right? Now we need attention to detail. How can this play out in reality? With what are the technicals? Who are the people? Where are the places? The times, the schedule, right? This is the PA. This is the production assistant, and to your trying to help everything come together. The Hangman in the reverse. This is the Hangman in the upright, who's in the reverse, and this is the Hangman in the reverse, who's out in the upright. Okay. Let me look. Let me ponder. Karma is a witch. It's my line of Existential Shift merchandise. You can find it on Teespring. Link is below. Some of the examples are below, but not all of the products, so you should go to the direct link to the store. You can also find the link in the description box to see everything. Okay. The sacrifice was worth it. The patience, the attention to detail, the looking at things from 360 degrees, dissecting every possibility. It was worth it. And you're on top of it. For the very few of you, I just want you to, that this might apply to, I just want to, what I'm about to say, I just want to make sure you're aware that it needs to also spiritually and energetically, you need to make sure that you're covered, right? Because let's say you look at something from every different angle, from every different possibility. Everything looks good, everything looks legit. But if it's not morally legit, if it's not spiritually legit, if there's something malpracticed about it, but you just feel like, oh, no one can catch this. This is just perfect. It's great. But spiritually, like, there's always someone watching, right? So you should know, especially with this energy. And again, most of you this doesn't apply to, but for those of you who are trying something funny, because I do have the Seven of Swords here and the Magician, this could play out as someone kind of playing with the details in order to get away with something and do something that they shouldn't be doing, but the law is not going to catch them, or so they think. If this is not morally clean, the repercussions will be bad. The manifestation energy of this will backfire quite painfully. Think like a tsunami, right? This is the ocean. The hangman is the letter mem in Hebrew, which represents mayim and water. Okay, it's the water of the divine. It's the faith, the all-seeing. And this, I'm picking up like a sense of like, okay, be responsible with your energy and with your actions, because what you do will return to 1,000-fold. I'm picking up. Okay, so do things morally on point as well as technically mundane, legally, all that jazz on point. All right. Show me more, please. Leo. For February. Not the hangman, we already had that one. The tower. Okay. So, if something was not established properly, with the right foundations, with the right basis, and steps were skipped for the sake of rushing this. Now, I know I told you in the beginning of the reading, take the opportunity and move fast. Yes, but not with skipping steps. Does that make sense? Move fast, but don't skip steps. The tower here could show, okay, if something wasn't established right, it will collapse, it won't have merit, it won't have glue to hold it. Something about language. I'm picking up something about words. This could be a contract that isn't phrased right. Maybe you're missing something about the phrasing and it kind of catches you later. You skipped it, or you noticed it, but you didn't want to make a big deal out of it or something like that, or you thought, oh, it will be okay, we'll just be fine. So things that you just tell yourself, oh, never mind, we'll skip it, it's going to be fine, don't worry about it. Nah, no one will notice, or this person won't notice, or it will be okay, we'll get... So this combination also worries me when it comes to earthquakes. Just a side note, if you're in a place where they give you earthquake warning, do not ignore it. Listen to the guidelines and maybe don't be there. Just saying, because this is very much so a combination that can actually create a tsunami, because a tsunami is a result of a breakage in the earth in the bottom of the ocean. Okay, that creates a wave that grows from the bottom of the ocean. There's a crack, creates a wave that grows and grows and grows, and before you know it, on the other side of the world, there's an actual tsunami. So this could be literal, right? If there's warning for earthquake or tsunami, get out of there. It could be symbolic, meaning a metaphor to a small snippet, a so-called small detail that you think is hidden in the bottom of the ocean and can't cause any damage because it's either very little or insignificant or hidden from sight. That has, it's like an atom bomb. The smallest particle that we managed to break in half, and that pressure can create an absolute destruction. It has, like, that little thing has the power to create a tsunami, to create an atom bomb. Like, it's that little particle of an atom that you're thinking won't matter or won't be significant will collapse the entire thing. Okay, so again, I don't know, I feel the need to constantly repeat it. Think divine virtue with your actions, okay? Nothing is hidden at this time. Everything is seen. Everything comes out to the surface. The entire universe is plotting to expose deceit and unfairness and corruption. Everywhere, anywhere, with anything big or small. Do not, if let's say you're used to doing this thing that for you it's very small, you think, and you've been doing this for a long time and always get away with it, not this time. So don't look at this as a bad reading, quite the opposite. This is your opportunity to make things right, you know, and to course correct and not get yourself to that situation. And if there's something that, and if this applies to you and you're like, well, I'll have to give this up, you'd rather give it up than have this shit blow up in your face. Because the loss of giving that thing up, even if you see it as a big loss, versus the loss that you will experience if you were to go through with whatever this is, again, if this applies to you, it's like almost like, oh, I don't want to experience this wave, but then because you wouldn't experience that wave, you would experience a tsunami kind of thing. I'm sorry. The whole point of you coming here is to, you know, seek guidance and best course of action, and this is the advice I have to give. It's it's coming through very strongly here. If you're doing everything right morally and spiritually as well in this case, then I feel like this could be an eruption of emotion, a sudden realization of how you feel spiritually and energetically, like an overflow of either memories from childhood or even past lifetime of energetic power, and it's overwhelming. You cannot skip, like if this is a spiritual work, if this is energetic work, if you're waking up to the world of, let's say, magic or spirituality, witchery, manifestation, all that jazz, don't run ahead, don't skip stages. The opportunity to grab that I'm seeing here is the opportunity to expand, to learn, to go into that world, but not to be reckless and vain and think that you know something that, or that you can have a grip on something that has been sought and searched and studied since the dawn of man, since the dawn of woman, right? It is such an infinite multiverse. Choose the path of honoring and modesty and learning, so it doesn't overwhelm you. Okay, so you can soak it in as much as possible, and absolutely make sure that you have a stable financial and health foundation. Otherwise, energy work can really shake you, unless you're taking my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, during which I give tools also to maintain and sustain and grow your psychological stability or emotional stability or financial stability. Like I give you responsible teachings. Does that make sense? I'm not saying you have to take my Tarot Masterclass, but I'm saying be humble in the face of this infinity. Okay? All right. Anything else we can tell Leo? Let's conclude. And then I'll move on to the extended, in which I will focus on your love life. We gotta, oh, okay. We got a very strong inclination with these two. So we'll see what comes up there. And it's available on Vimeo and on Patreon. Check it out in the description box. Okay, way too many cards. Let's conclude the reading for Leos, for my beautiful Leo seekers for February. Queen of Cups. There is some very intense emotions coming through. It is so, it could be sexual, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual. It's overwhelming. Some of you are developing strong emotions towards someone, a strong emotional connection, metaphysical almost, definitely sexual. I do see some very sensual energy work. This is so interesting. Or being really attracted to someone. Connecting on a very deep level, and the sex is like extra intense. Now I wonder if this Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups are the same person, or if it's two different queens. I keep wanting to take a sip and I forget that I finished a coffee. I feel like someone is waking up to their ancient self. And I think it's triggered by a connection with someone. Okay. We'll see more into it right now. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. And thank you so much to my channel members for your monthly membership and support. $1.99 might seem very, very modest, but it adds up. And it's a great way to give it, to make an energy exchange in return to this free content. So thank you, channel members. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon who give so much more and receive a lot of content in return. So check it all out below. I'll see you there in a second.